What's up, YouTube? Welcome to an episode of Just Get It There. Should I give you a quick update? I've been running non-stop with GP with some really bizarre freight, or I should say loads, but nonetheless, this is Sunday. I don't know what day it is. I just know it's Sunday and only a couple more days before I leave GP. So nobody's commented on where I might be going, what I might be doing, and nobody has commented on what I may or may not be driving. Just wanted to touch base on that. It would be helpful if you would do that, and thank you for the new subscriber that I got for on the channel. I didn't catch the name because when I noticed it, but I do want to say thank you for any new subscribers and welcome to the channel. Now, I like people to leave comments, likes, subscribe. It doesn't cost you nothing. It's free to subscribe. Leaving a comment don't matter to me. As long as you be tasteful and respectful, I don't care. Don't be disrespecting anybody for their views or their points in life. It's a comment. Let's let it go. But for the most part, please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you think. If you want something different, you got questions, leave them. I'll answer them. I'll get back to you. I have no issues with getting back with subscribers and that. But yeah, today's Sunday. Thursday is basically my last day with GP. Friday is technically my last driving day is Thursday with GP. I'm hoping to be back home, leave on Friday and be back home on Friday night. And depending on what I get for a rental car to get me back home determines on if I do a video on my way home or not. I may do a driving video driving through Illinois, in Indiana, into Ohio, and into Pennsylvania, and into New York, all depending on what I got, how I could do it, what type of vehicle is. Now, GP Transco, you leave on good terms with them and you communicate and talk with them, because I don't have a major credit card to get home to rent a car from Enterprise, but GP Transco is actually helping me get a car rental so that way I can get home without taking a Greyhound or me telling them, hey, you got to come pick your truck up because I got no way to getting home. So I'm not about to take a bus, and I sure ain't gonna fly from Illinois back to New York or take a Greyhound or whatever they want to do. But I'm leaving on good terms with GP Transco. I am not leaving on bad terms. I gave them a 2-week notice, and we're basically parting ways on good terms. Yes, it's my decision to leave. I don't know how you get terminated from GP. I don't know how they get you home, or if they will get you home. I couldn't tell you that. But I do know from being polite and talking and communicating with the office staff and, doing everything that I can to be the right way, doing things the possible way, yes. And I will say one thing with Millis, I got DOT'd, a level 2 with Millis, clear as a bell, perfect. And with GP, I also recently just got DOT'd a level 3, which is nothing but paperwork. And of course, clean as a whistle. No issues with my logs, no issues with my paperwork. anything. They had no issues with no problems with anything. So I only had 2 inspections since I started driving in 2013. So I don't know if we're going to call that lucky, but since 2013 when I started first driving, and it's now 2025 going on to 2026, I've only had 2 DOTs in my career. Kind of strange, because you hear everybody talk about them, but I've been DOT twice, which is good, unless you're trying to book loads and you're an owner-operator, and I guess these load brokers all nothing but clean inspections, and I've only been inspected twice. But a lot of these brokers don't understand that you don't always get pulled in and get DOT'd every time you get pulled into a scale house. Sometimes you'll get the bypass, sometimes you don't, sometimes you get everything else. But I do want to give a shout out to the state troopers, or I don't know if they were state troopers or they were just DOT officers in South Dakota on the 90 right as you're coming in to South Dakota. I want to give them a shout out. I didn't catch their names, but they were very polite, very respectful, and very, very helpful and very kind. Like I said, I've only been through 2 inspections, one in South Dakota and one in Illinois. The Illinois state trooper was kind of upset because he wanted to catch me on something, but he couldn't. But he was actually pretty good. But the DOT officers that I dealt with in South Dakota were very polite, very nice. They greeted you nicely. You walked into the building, the first thing they asked you is how you're doing, and I'm like, first thing I said what I did when I walked in there, it's cold. And in South Dakota, it was cold. But for the most part, they were very polite, very good. I can't complain about that. Did everything that they asked, and then some, and walked away with a clean inspection. If you be nice and polite and respect them, they'll respect you. Don't go in there, don't give a DOT officer an attitude. Whether if they're giving you an attitude, the first thing, be nice. Give them back the respect. Treat them with kindness. Or as my mother and my father used to say, kill them with kindness. You never know how far that might go with you if you treat them and give them the kindness and respect. I'm not saying you have to, not everybody should be getting kindness and respect, but if they treat you with it first, give it back, give it to them nicely. And if they give you disrespect in the first time, don't walk in there with a chip on your shoulder, because it could end very well for you, and very bad for you. Because they will, and I do mean they will, they can make your life a living hell, and you don't want that. Be respectful, be kind, and whatever you do, don't argue with them. Say yes sir, no sir, or yes ma'am, no ma'am. Give them respect. They write you they write you up, or they find something wrong with your vehicle, or they write you a ticket for anything. Don't argue the fact with the ticket with them, because they're only doing what they're told to do. Fight the ticket in the court. The courts are where you fight the ticket and you argue with that. You don't argue with the DOT. It's not worth it, because it's not going to end well for either one of you. So like I said, just keep it in mind, be respectful, and treat them with kindness. Or in most times, kill them with kindness. You never know, they might change their tune or change their ways of doing what they're doing by changing. You change your tune and change and be nice. But anyways, like I said, let me know what you think I'm doing. What I'm doing, reefer, or I'm staying with drive-in, going to tanker. You know, comment. Give me what you think I'm going to do. I'll respond back to you. I'm not guaranteed I will tell you yes or no, but you never know. You might catch me on a different day where I might just say, oh, I'm doing that. What I'm doing, put in the comments whether I'm going to do hazmat, or if I'm going to do food grade, drive-in, what I'm going to do. It'd be kind of interesting to see what people think, and especially what I might be driving. Will I be in another Freightliner? Or will I finally get back to my Kenworth that I love, the Kenworth that I love so much? Or will it be a Peterbilt? I'd never driven a Peterbilt, so I might be in a Peterbilt. I've never driven a Western Star, even though it's the same thing as a Freightliner. It's a glorified Freightliner is all it is. Might be in a International. Let's hope not, but you never know. Might be an International. Or might be a Volvo. Gotta hope not for that either. It might be a Mack. Gotta hope not for either one. All Mack turned into be is a glorified Volvo. Or you could say Volvo turned into a glorified Mack. Up to you, however you want to look at it, because Mack is not what they used to be, as far as I'm concerned. Mack, I used to like Mack. I drove a Mack when I was a kid. One of the first trucks I've been in was a Mack. That thing had a lot of power, it was a beast. The Mack that I got to drive. And from what I've seen today, not impressed by any means. But anyways, yeah. Like, comment, share, and you never know, I may do another video before I leave GP, or I may do I'll try to do a video when I leave GP, but there's no guarantees. Because like I said, I don't know what I'm going to get for a rental car to get me back home. I'm hoping to do a video before that, I'm hoping to do a video before that, or I'm hoping to do a video on my way home. But like I said, like, comment, share, and like I said, I'm not starting with the new company to the new year, to I think the first or the second week of January, so like, comment, share, let me know what you think I'm going to be doing next, and what I might be driving. But that is it for now. Bye for now.